day a lot, so make sure as you're practicing, through it, lower to be. Okay, on to our first basic move is our horse riding stance. Putting the feet 1.5 shoulder width apart, moving with the left foot first in a stomp action, and then pushing the left hand out. Now, as you do this one, your feet must be toes, must be on the floor, ball of the foot. The weight is carried on the ball of the foot and the toes, and you must learn to pivot as you punch, using more of your waist rather than standing and just moving your arm. So for the chumbi, one move, shout. As you practice, shout. Practice, move your waist and the punch. Focus your eyes in front and try as you're punching not to squint or blink or look down. As a beginner, maybe you should start by just doing punches like so, doing it steady, making sure the thumb does not fold inside or hang out to the side. Your hand must close, fingers down, roll onto the first, just onto the second finger. As you're punching, practice to punch with the wrist straight and the main 2 knuckles most forward. Do not punch with the smaller knuckles forward. Make sure the main 2 knuckles are forward. Most of the basic punches punch. Midsection punch is the basic punch. Back to chumbi, moving the left foot back. Stop this thing. Moving right onto the forward punch. Eyes focus in front. As you go into the forward position, flex from the legs, from the knees, and then take your step. Timing is very important, that you time the hand and the foot together. Take your step, shout. And forward. Backward step. Going forward, placing the foot and pushing with your waist and body weight. Moving to the low block. Low block start from the left, from the shoulder, foot, forward, block. Practice always focus in front. Upsection block. Same position as low block, flexing the legs, stepping. The upsection block must make an approximate 45-degree angle. It's no good if it's flat or too low. The fist must also meet the width of the other shoulder, not to be like this above the head. In a forearm block. If we move on to back stance position, starting the hands, the palm down, fist closed, bring it underneath everyone, opposed from the upsection block to come off the top. This one comes underneath, the other hand return to the waist. Very important to flex the legs before you make any forward or backward motion. From chumbi, forward stance, front leg raised position, moving the left foot forward, arms crossing, coming down. Now these arms to the side like low blocks, not to be straight. The elbow is slightly bending. You must spring your front leg, and then proceed to move up with the arms, stretch your leg in the air, and then move down to the next move. Stretching, move down. If we practice coming back, take the weight onto the back leg, bring the front leg up, and down. So moving forward quickly, 1, make sure your arms come up to around shoulder height. Moving on to front kick. Front kick stance is same, front leg raised position. Low kick is punched into the low part of the body. Midsection kick accordingly. And upsection kicks accordingly. Practice midsection kick. Then side leg raised position. As we come from Chungi, the left foot moves in front. You must make a horse riding stance here. You must make your legs work hard. As you step, make sure you keep your eyes in front. Do not allow your head to move around. Step, stretch, back down. Other way. Step, stretch, back down. Land with the ball of the foot and then sit in a horse riding stance. Make sure your foot you stand on does pivot to allow you to move your hips. Moving on to side kick. Side kick is done in the same stance, except as you step, you pivot your foot as you lift your foot up. Low to the knee position, and side kick. Step, low to knee position, and side kick. Okay. Step and pivot, and kick. When you're done quickly, you lift and pivot at the same time. Moving on to four direction punch. This is for the white belt basics. We're doing white belt basics now. As you practice, you must have the idea of trying to be faster and harder. Every time you practice, try to keep this in mind. Move yourself faster, a bit harder. Starting with the left side four direction punch. Again, you must flex your legs before you start. As you practice the block, you must step first, punch into the midsection. Look, at the same time flex our stance, remove the rear foot, and bring the low block down and the arc move on motion. As you move forward, arm comes up slightly, and time the foot with the hand motion. And yell on the last move. Yeah! That's two. Moving on to John G. There are low block, front punch, and inner forearm block. From here, we'll practice the low block. Shoulder, down to above your thigh. The arm does not straighten out as you block. The elbow is held at a bend. The wrist is held straight. Inner forearm block. Finishing at shoulder height. And wrist straight. In this pattern there are 20 on a block, which should be done hands palm facing you, closed, finishing shoulder height at the front, up section block height with the other one. Knife hand guarding block. Starting from head height, moving forward, both hands moving at the same time. Front hand shoulder height, rear hand solar plexus block. Just reviewing the stance now on those few basic movements already done. From here, moving to front stand, flexing the body, moving forward. The feet should be one shoulder width apart. The weight is carried on the ball of the foot. The heel is still on the floor, but the weight is on the ball of the foot, so you have flexibility and good balance. The front knee must always flex. Be careful not to underbend it or over-flex your leg. Either way, it's no good. Just in between. Back stand position. Back stands, the posture of the body is as if you were standing up. You must not bend or tilt. The weight is carried by the legs. Weight is on the ball of foot again. With the stance, the feet are closed, so you would start the stance practicing for the first time with the feet, as so, and then moving your feet out 1.5 shoulder widths. It's very important as you do back stance that you do not let your knees flex inward, especially the back leg. Or the front leg, but the back leg is the problem with most beginners. The back leg flexes inward. Make sure the knees flex the same way the toes are pointing. The back leg flexes the same way, the right angle to the front leg. The weight is carried evenly on the stance. If you're striking, the weight is moving to the front, and then you relax the weight back. Moving on to toe stance pattern. In toe stance pattern we have several new movements, so we'll go with them first. Starting with the outer forearm block. Same as upsection block from the start. Moving out. This is very important to have the weight and body weight moving. Shoulder height, elbows in line with the waist. Do not tip out, do not tip forward the wrist. Straight wrist. To wedge block. Wedge block, hand start toward you, arms forward, close. When you're doing blocking, remember to relax at the start and only tense as you go into the block. Do not tense from the start. wedge block. Starts from the midsection and comes up to the height of the eyes with the knuckles. The forearms must rotate out very quickly. Do not tip them too much this way. Do not lean them too far forward because the block will be ineffective. This is the correct position here. In toe stunt also, have back fist. A knee strike corner from the shoulder, moving the elbow, and rotating the body. It's very important to practice to have speed and power and balance. Time your hands at your feet properly, foot and then hand into the outer. Spear hand thrust, and you strike also. Start with the right foot, left block to the waist, the right to the midsection. This block can be done at any height. This strike can be done at any height. Different positions with the hand. From here, in toe stunt pattern, it's done to midsection height. Moving to toe stunt pattern. Revising on those on toe stunt pattern. Forward stance. As we're turning around, put the front foot first to the centre of the body and pivot and move the rear foot across. It's important that the legs are flexed when you practice this movement. Back stance turnaround. As you practice back stance, move the weight off the front foot and then proceed to put the weight back on the other foot. And look as you turn. Okay, moving on to one toe. The movements in one hoe, there are lunge punch. Starting in the back stance position, from the waist to shoulder height to punch. Look down your fist, do not put it to the side. We have inward knife hand strike. Inward knife hand strike in this pattern comes off, pull out the forearm, rear hand opening, bring him round. Circle block. Circle block is two separate blocks. First one we must practice the block. The circle block is done on the inner forearm. It's a reverse low block. We step, flex, and twist the shoulder and the arm forward at the same time. The other hand is backing up in such a manner. One, the shoulder is forward, and then from here it's inside forearm block at 45. So the front stance is straight, but you're facing 45. starting from one hand. The hands are held up in front of the mouth, chin. The wrists are held straight. Right hand, left hand touch. Just revising the one note pattern, the chain boot guarding kick. As you practice this one, it's very important to kick straight, look straight, kick straight. As you step forward to block and load or chain the leg at the same time. As you kick in, to look straight. Moving on to your golf pattern. In your golf we have several new blocks and strikes, starting with the rich hand. Go on out later. Starting with the hooking block. This is a grappling block. Unlike knife hand block, which is done sharp and quick, this one is done with a snake action. It's meant for grappling with your opponent. And go like so, to grab. As you practice it, starting with the lead hand, move, move, move. In the pattern there's a double action. It's done 1 and 2 before the hand comes down. 1 and 2. Also we have a double triangle. Starting from the hip, arms and waist, pushing. You must practice to rotate the triangles quickly. Also in your golf, we have this side elbow strike. This strike is grappling action as well as the elbow coming up to the hand. When we finish, the shoulder height and square. Very good. Moving forward, remember to flex, then bring the elbow up. As you come back, back. As you proceed forward, hand, the leading hand comes up, elbow to it. In this pattern also we have slide back twist. It's done from a jump position. Jump and back twist coming this way. This particular stance, the left foot is floating the floor, the right foot is on the toe. Do not stand with legs straight, look too close together. Apart. Go. Moving on to Chungun. Chungun pattern is Chungu position, hands clenched like one ho, rather toe placement. There are a lot of moves, a lot of new moves in Chungun, so we'll do just practicing this way. Starting with the reverse 19 block or ridge block. Starting from underneath like inner forearm, the thumb tucked on into the palm of the hand, not out to the side. Other hand touches on the foot. Low jab kick and stepping forward to press palm block. This is done in a short back stance, or what we call cat stance. This block here is rough, it's solar plexus flat. The right foot or the front foot is up on the toe. Both knees are flexing. Moving out to the next move. Reverse or rich hand block. Low kick. Arm block. From here to guarding block. We move on to the upper elbow strike. Moving the front foot from back stance over front stance. Shoulder moving forward and elbow coming up. Most important is to move the front foot from back stance to front stance and then push the shoulder forward with the elbow coming up. Eyes are held straight. From here we move, chest must go forward very quickly, pushing hard, twin vertical punch. This punching position, your both arms are out in front but not straight like a normal punch. A slight flex in the arm, fist at about this angle. And going to turn around and practice an upset punch. Now twin upset punch, normal turn, but again the chest and the body, weight of the body moving forward as you practice the punch. From the twin upset punch, we turn around and do up section X block. Again, the same type of turn, flex from the waist coming up above the head. This block you must be able to see clearly underneath it. This part of the forearm is used to block. Moving on to the next one. Bring the foot up and stepping out to the side with that fist. You retrieve your hand from a grappling action by moving your weight and pulling the arm down and back. Important now to change the front foot from back stance to front stance as you punch. Coming up. Back to the fist. Retrieving the hand by moving your body and pulling and lowering the arm. Changing the front foot as you punch. Moving up to double forearm block in front stance. Very important part here is to move the front foot over to back stance as you press the punch forward. Side kicking, come back down. As you side kick, touch the floor, then move the front foot over and execute the next block. From this position, lunge punch, side kick, down, and normal guarding block. We move on to twin palm block or pressing block. The lead hand comes down from back stance, front foot over to front stance, lead hand down, pressing slowly, extending the stance. These hands are shoulders apart, groin height, elbow height. Up to the next guarding back stance. Again, the front foot moves over one. Which brings us up to our angle punch. The rear foot is up as you look. And we twist and bring arm up. This punch is done like so. And it's left at shoulder height in this back. U-shaped block comes off the waist and out. So it's in this position here. Playing the right foot out. And out. The hands must be directly underneath each other. One at solar plexus height, one at forehead height. The body is actually leaning slightly forward, it's not straight. Slight forward leaning. The fingers are held forward in a grappling action. Like so. So it can grapple. A start. Going back to position. Full speed. Again, that trim position, same as your rocking section in front of the waist. First move, inner forearm, arm heel straight to the line, lower outer block, coming up to a steady position, then pressing quickly, lower section and outer forearm. Do not pull them in. Keep them as you would do normal outer forearm position or normal lower block position. Lower section X block. Starting from the waist, pushing, leaning slightly forward as you block. The next move, twin vertical punch, as you block, arms back to the chest and shoulders forward, waist. As you practice the X block, press down, back to the chest with the hand and stepping forward. Front kicking, down, double punch. This next move when we come up to the is a breathing exercise. Elbows coming up, hands down to the waist as the foot touches the hands touch the waist. Next move is what we call an axe kick. As you starting with the right foot, bring the hands up and twist the body. So and drop the heel down and come to our W-shaped block. Up and down. 2 and 3 all the way. And 1 back. From this move we come up to the low double forearm block. Right foot to the left, hands up. Pressing down in the back stance position. Grappling hold, bringing the knee up, then down and stepping away. Front kick to the midsection with the hands in guarding position. Kick, then down, front stance spear. Back to back stance. Kicking, front stance spear. Stepping back, lower block back fist, jump up X block, landing, stepping up double forearm block. Moving around double low 9-hand block. Circle block. One, two, three. Done in front stance. As you practice from this move here, pivot your feet, your eyes straight in front. Pivot the feet, block. Pivot the feet, block. Up onto the right toe, twist and punch, horse riding, and jumping. Moving on to take a tap. My right wheel. Hands closed. Sorry, hands open. Closed together. On top of the other. Left and right. Starting with the palm block. Horse riding stance. Palm block. Side. Amethyst strike. Amethyst is done with the bottom of the fist and hammer action. Lunge punch. Downward knife hand. And then drop the weight down as you strike. Position here, grappling move, moving the rear foot up, grasp, right hand, the right arm is left at 90-degree angle, left arm almost straight. The weight's on your left foot, so you're kicking with the right foot. As you kick the right foot, pull the hands to the chest. Down with knife hands. 2 punches. Double turning. 1, 2. Now with this next move here, we're going to back stance punch. On blow block, front stance, front foot over. Extend the front hand. Weight down to the front. Push. Look straight where you're punching. Moving to X block. Front stance. Which brings us to back. Elbow strike. After the X block, the right foot moves forward, back stance. We move up without a weight carried. As you practice this one, hand comes from the chest height. Do not overextend or twist the elbow. Pull it weight along the chest height. Feet are back. Your back stance is facing this way. You're facing backwards and hitting backwards. Spin around and practice lower inner lock. Feet together as you bring your hands to the first movement. 1, 2. Do not close them up like a normal inside forearm, normal low block, normal inside forearm. Triangle wheel. Back to the position. The ladder forearm, right hand, block. Upward, block, right hand strike. This is done with it. At the same time, both arms travel forward in the same action, same movement forward. Subsection spear hand. Okay. Go to the next move from here. Guiding block chamber kick to press, step down, and then come back. The jump side kick, when you hear this jump side kick, the right leg hits the ground forward and you jump and kick with. So from this chamber kick position, and down, and block, and round, low block back stance, right hand block, knee, reverse, right hand strike, blocking with the palm, and reverse right hand strike. Turning kick, back kick, guard, turning kick at 45, and a U-shape block. 360-degree jump, forward, arm heel strike, back lower, back fist, spear hand, round, double forearm block. Horse running stance, in with counter fist block, or strike, side back fist, 2 side kicks, back stance, X block, twin palm block, front stance, palms coming up to solar flex. Turning. Subsection, reverse punch, subsection, oops, one thing, and 2.
Hollow. Did hollow.
Oh, you gotta do that.
Jump the other way. Go. Okay, just finishing off this
The alterations to our previous hoils. In one whole hoil, we have what we regard to as fixed stance. It's a longer than normal back stance as you perform the inward knife hand strike and to the lunge punch, making a longer and fixed stance. Hoil. The hooking blocks, as previously shown, were done slowly. Now they're to be performed one, two. So they are done quicker. One, two. To Chung Gun Wheel. Starting. This kick now is midsection height. And as before was low, we're now doing that kick midsection height. Also, the X block, the angle of the block is done this way now. So as we come forward, the block is like that now, rather than that. Like that. The pressing block, as we're coming forward, they are closer together now, whereas before they were apart, shoulders apart. Now we're having just apart. Solar flex, guard, and groin guard. And at the very end of the wheel, close to the end, we come up with an angle punch. So this is breathing in here and slowly. I'm breathing exhaling on the punch. So from this position, done slow. Moving on to K-guard wheel. As in Chung Gun, the X block angle of the arm has changed from here to there. The jumping X block is more height. So from this position, rather than jumping long distance, practice to jump up and then performing that out of line. Also, in this pattern, the double knife hand block, there is no circular motion prior to that. Now we come straight from here, down. Changing, just straight from there, rather than performing the circular actions before it. Also to Warang wheel, the punch prior to the grab kick, we do, still move up, but we do not pull our hands in until we're ready to kick. So we leave our hands extended. The rear foot still moves up. And we then, when you're ready to kick, that's when the hands come in prior to your kick. After the two turning kicks in this pattern, we come from the movement here, the turning, to the two roundhouse kicks, and from here it's a knife hand guarding block, not the low block. It's a knife hand guarding block. Chung Gun Wheel. After the jumping side kick and landing, we land in the knife hand guarding block. Then, in Chung Gun Wheel. After the jumping side kick, we land on the ground, knife hand block. We about face, low block with the hand closed, not open, as in previous pattern, just before the head grab. So we turn from the after jump kick, round, low block, in your back stance position. Thank you. My name is Ray Jones, Instructor from the Timber Coast.